Carl Jung once said that suffering isn't a matter of bad luck. It's not about always choosing the wrong person. You didn't end up here by accident. Something within you, a force so deep, so unshakable, has been pushing you to seek answers. Tell me, have you ever poured your heart into someone, given them everything, only to feel invisible? Have you done everything to make them happy, yet felt like your love was never enough? And have you ever asked yourself, why is it that some people are effortlessly cherished, while others fight just to receive the bare minimum? If this frustration feels all too familiar, understand this: it's not fate. It's not coincidence. There's a reason your relationships always follow the same painful pattern. And today, you're going to uncover a truth that could set you free forever. Because the real problem isn't out there. It's not in them. It's in the way you see yourself. And until you change that, you will keep chasing love in all the wrong places. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe. We bring you powerful insights on personal and spiritual growth. And this one might just change everything for you. Now, let's begin. Love is a mirror. Every person who enters your life is a reflection, a mirror exposing the hidden parts of you, the wounds you've yet to heal. The way people treat you isn't random. It's a direct reflection of how you see yourself on the deepest level. If you carry the unconscious belief that you are unworthy of love, you will gravitate toward those who confirm it. If you fear abandonment, you will attract those who are emotionally unavailable, reinforcing your deepest insecurity. If you crave validation, you will find yourself in relationships where you have to chase it, where affection is always just out of reach. This is not chance. It is your subconscious mind forcing you to confront the truth. So instead of asking, why are they treating me like this? Ask yourself, what is this person revealing about me? Because until you shift the way you relate to yourself, you will keep attracting relationships that mirror your deepest wounds. Love shouldn't be earned. Love is not something you prove yourself worthy of. But many of us were taught otherwise. As children, the way we were loved shaped our understanding of what love is. If love only came when we behaved, when we achieved, when we obeyed, we learned that love is conditional, that it must be earned. And without realizing it, we carried that belief into adulthood, desperately trying to prove ourselves. We overgive. We make ourselves small. We become available at all times, endlessly giving, hoping that if we just do more, love will finally come. But here's the painful truth. Real love can't be earned. If you believe you must work for love, you will keep finding people who make you prove yourself. You will attract those who keep you chasing, who make you feel like you are never enough. This is why so many people feel unloved. They search for love outside, when the real answer has always been inside. Carl Jung spoke of the shadow, the hidden side of you, the part you pretend doesn't exist. It's made of everything you were taught to suppress, your fears, insecurities, and the emotions that make you feel weak or unworthy. But here's the truth. Every time you reject a part of yourself, you create an internal war. And that war doesn't stay inside. It plays out in your relationships. Until you make peace with your shadow, love will always feel like a struggle. You will only receive as much love as you allow yourself to feel worthy of. If you hide your vulnerability, you will attract those who dismiss your emotions, forcing you to suppress them even more. If you fear rejection, you will unconsciously chase partners who keep you uncertain, because deep down, you haven't fully accepted yourself. If you are terrified of abandonment, you will find yourself drawn to people who keep you on edge, leaving you trapped in an endless cycle of emotional insecurity. You cannot escape this pattern until you do the one thing you've been avoiding, facing yourself. When you stop rejecting who you are, you will stop attracting people who reflect that rejection back at you. But how do you truly transform your relationship with love? Before we dive into that, if you're finding this video helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can do so by clicking the Thanks button below. Your support means the world to us. Now, let's continue. Breaking the cycle. If you've ever been in relationships where you felt invisible, unappreciated, or unloved, it's time to break the cycle. But first, you must see it clearly. Ask yourself, do all your relationships follow the same painful pattern? Do you always feel overlooked, like no matter what you do, it's never enough? Do you attract partners who avoid commitment, who make you question your own worth? If these themes repeat, understand this. The problem isn't them. The problem is the deep-seated beliefs you hold about yourself. And the only way to change the love you receive is to change the love you give yourself. Stop searching for validation outside of you. Stop waiting for someone to choose you before you choose yourself. The love you attract will always be a reflection of the love you believe you deserve. If you want to be loved unconditionally, you must first give yourself that love, without conditions, without the need to be perfect. The final truth about love. The most powerful transformation you will ever experience begins the moment you stop running from yourself. All the emotions you've buried, the parts of yourself you've rejected, the fears you've silenced, they don't disappear. They wait in the shadows, shaping your reality in ways you don't even realize. And until you embrace them, they will keep manifesting in your relationships, repeating the same painful patterns. But here's the truth. Love is not something you find. It's not something that exists outside of you, something you must chase, earn, or beg for. Love is something you become. The moment you begin to love yourself unconditionally, something shifts. You stop attracting relationships that break you. You stop seeking validation from people who will never give it. You stop searching for someone to complete you because you realize you were never incomplete to begin with. Love is not a destination. For so long you have been searching for love as if it's some distant treasure waiting to be found. But love is not a reward, nor is it something others can give or take away. Love is a state of being. Like an underground spring, it has always been within you, hidden beneath layers of fear, expectations, and conditioning. But the more you search for it outside yourself, the more elusive it becomes. Because every time you chase someone, hoping they will make you feel whole, you are actually running away from yourself. Every time you idealize a relationship as the answer to your emptiness, you are giving away your power. Authentic love is not a prize for those who prove themselves worthy. It is not a gift handed out by others. It is something you cultivate within yourself. And the moment you stop needing love, the moment you stop asking for it, you start inspiring it. Because when you radiate love without conditions, without fear, without the desperate hunger for validation, love stops being something you search for and becomes something you recognize everywhere. The journey begins with you. If this message has resonated with you, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We have more insights that could shift your life forever. And if you know someone who needs to hear this, share this video with them. Because real love is not found, it is built. And that journey starts today, with you. See you in the next video.